Hello everybody, this is Hervé for this fourth podcast where I will be treating the mind, how we work, how is working our mind and what is it formed. The mind has four big chunks like a pie. First, ego. The ego is the external mind. It creates our identification with our body and our mind when we get born, and later on it tends to makes us identify with what we do instead of what we are. For example, we identify and we express the affirmation that we are an engineer, a father, a businessman. It colors and creates a distortion like a prism of our vision of the reality. So we don't see what we see has been filtered. This is not the real. It's kind of illusion. It's not illusion. It's illusory. Okay. So ego creates separation between what we are and the object that we think are different from us. It is exactly the opposite of the yoga, the unity, one thing expressing as all it is, one mind. But multiple identification, the only way to know the truth of life is to be in the world but not of the world, so that we can see the consequences of every emotion generated by every thought, speech, or action. Then we're going to link it to karma. Second part of the mind, manas, instead of ahamkara. Manas is the also the external mind. It's what we process through our senses, our sensations, our emotion that are very temporary. The impressions then get filtered. The observation of manas gives us the possibility to planify and make calculation, to process. It is the function of external mind is to get the sensitive information from the outside, and so manas, the external mind, believes everything that is being told to it or to her. Then we go to a third part, getting into it inside, which is the intermediate mind, called buddhi, the intelligence with discrimination. Buddhi is the aspect of the pure and full consciousness, full of light that can reveal the truth. When buddhi is completely developed, a person gets and becomes Buddha or Christ. Christ means pure consciousness or enlightenment. Buddhi has a double capacity. It can develop in two directions. It can develop towards the external part of us or towards the inside. And of course, if somebody develops a development towards the outside, then it becomes the intellectual faculties. This intellect is to be opposed to the flow of energy that goes into the other direction, which is the true intelligence, the intelligence of the heart. But we need both. So buddhi has to develop in both sides, but eventually we will need to develop inside, inwardly, to get true intelligence. This intelligence gets to universal ethic that contains all the laws of Dharma. So, fourth part, chitta, the internal mind. This is the storage of all impressions and tendencies, the samskaras. That gets it's a big deposit everything we do, we say, we hear, we express, or we think, leads and leaves a little mark. It's like when you print a disc. And it provokes the actions, but also the karma. Chitta is the great mind. It's the unconscious, the subconscious, the consciousness of the self and the superconsciousness. It's present in every level of the creation, whether in the animal, vegetal, or mineral realm. And it conserves and it tries the experience of everything. It's the way of that's the way why karma can develop. So all these little seeds that remains in the ground, expecting for the right condition to grow. Chitta is very connected to the biggest joy and the biggest sufferings that we have memory of, or we don't recognize, we don't remember, but they are there. It goes outside of the senses, but it's pretty linked to the way we can hear, especially how we can hear the sound Aum, the mantras. So let's meditate a little bit about these 4 parts of the mind, recognizing that part of our mind can be eluded by what we think we are true. Let's sit down on our bench. Try to sit upwards, chin low. Okay, put your shoulders a little back and concentrate immediately on the mantra Hong, breathing in, So, breathing out. And we can imagine this tube that contains this liquid that goes up, breathing in, that goes down, breathing down. Like we can look at this tube, which is ahead of us. Or we can look ourselves on profile from the side, breathing in, Hong, breathing out, Soul. And recognize that the mantra creates the breathing, but the breathing creates the mantra. So try not to control your breathing, but just try to make as long as you can, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing can be also ujjayi. Hong. So, and try to concentrate on this mantra. Whenever some physical disturbances or thoughts or external noises might disturb you, get back to concentrate on the mantra. Let go your thoughts. Don't try to refrain your thoughts. Just concentrate. Just be there. Present. Hong. So. Progressively try to get back to your physical sensation, to your body, and very slightly abandon the mantra. Feel the weight of your body sitting, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste. My soul is clinging to the purest part of yourself with a capital S. Om.